Welcome, friends. It's update day. We got new heroes that can be vouchered for the first time. We've got a collection book that's been organized. We've got voucher weapons that no longer need to be vouchered. They need to be fluxed, which is very, very good. We've got a big change in the news section. The No Dancing quest line previously said February 21st. Now it says March 8th. Got that fixed. Also, this is going to confuse a lot of people, so I'm saying it right away. You no longer... Okay, where did it go? This is already confusing me now. Okay, so when you go to pick a lobby, right? Is it here? Yeah. So there's a team fill button underneath me. The pubs is no longer gone. As far as I need, as far as I'm aware, you just need to enable fill. So like right now, the game is still lagging. Performance issues have been slightly a thing. There should be less hitching. We'll talk about that later in the video, but it's not completely gone, as you can see. Thank you, Spicy Wiggle. That's a lovely name. Fill is what you need if you want to play on pubs. And then there's no longer like a setting for your party. I'm going to put me down back where I should normally be. If you go up here, go to the settings tab. This is where you change that now. So it's getting closer to the BR menu. Archer said there were no new UI changes in the files this time, so they're either getting very close to being done, or maybe we just saw nothing this time. So yeah, there's also a new thing in BR, but all the missions should be the same. I double checked, the V-Bucks should be where they are. Let's get into the update. I'm at the bug fixes section. Timestamps down below if you guys want me to cover that. This is all zoomed in because I was reading this from my TV initially, and I'm nearsighted, so I actually need glasses at that range. But I kind of like it, so let's have the nice fat Homebase report. So, as it says, brings the 4th and 5th weeks of War Games. I skipped that part. We've also updated the collection book to make it easier. So, I'm going to skip War Games. I do not care. If you do, there you go. Go get the banners. I'm not knocking new players. If you want these banners, go grab them. I've just got them, and they're not the most interesting thing ever. So we've adjusted the collection book to make it a bit easier to acquire heroes and weapons through research and recruitment. So all llama items other than mythic heroes can now be acquired with Flux. Mythic heroes from event llamas will still require a hero voucher. What that means is this, all right? There are a lot of weapons that this applies to. In fact, Archer made a super helpful list. This is every single weapon that still needs a voucher. This will be linked down below. This will be super useful for me, as my voucher and flux videos are now in need of a new recording, which I'm kind of excited about. And the heroes that still need a voucher, again, linked down below. Archer is just nuts compiling that list. Thank you to him, because this is a lot of information to parse through. But the example I wanted to share is like the biggest one, the sci-fi weapons. None of these weapons need vouchers anymore. The Pulsar 9000 can be fluxed. The Deatomizer can be fluxed. That is very cool. There are some key examples. Now, this is by no means exhaustive. Check Archer's list for a complete thing. But weapons like the Rat-a-tat only comes around in the shop. So because it doesn't have any non-legendary variants, it can be vouchered. The Rat King only comes around in the shop. We got it for the first time ever, like since it first came out, like in 3 years of a gap, very recently. So maybe we'll see it again, but like the V6 launcher, it's a shop item, so it is voucher only. But there are some interesting exceptions to this. You might have noticed there's a lot of information. It took me a few reads to understand this properly, but it's what I'm here for, to digest all this information and see what comes out the other end, to quote Michael Scott. The Xenon Bow is a llama item. You can... I don't even know what to do. Do I clap? Do I snap? I'm just too excited. You cannot get the Xenon Bow with vouchers anymore. Vouchers you get like every 2.5 months from Ventures. Flux you get every other week. Weapon designs are a little tougher, but come on, man. Farm up some tickets, recycle the weapons, you're good to go. Weapon designs are easy. You can flux the Xenon Bow. And those of you who are ahead of me here might have noticed the Vacuum Tube Bow is also a llama item, so that one can be fluxed as well. Again, these are just two prominent examples that really stand out with this update. And to be honest, these have been expansion weapons for a long time. I'm not certain about this. I'm an endgame player. I haven't really been researching from the collection book in a long time, so forgive me if I get any information like what I'm about to say wrong, but as far as I'm aware, other than Storm King weapons, obviously you can't research these, I believe the tube bow and the xenon bow were the only weapons in this section down here that still needed a voucher. So a little overdue. Sorry to anybody who just vouchered it, but realistically, you can get more vouchers. To anybody who's really concerned about their inventory, even if you're a new player, this might be hard to look at, but like, look at my inventory. If you play the game for long enough, vouchers will just stack up, all right? Vouchers will only ever save you time. So if you're somebody who just vouchered this weapon yesterday, I'm sure you're still going to leave an angry comment, but just know that it's okay, okay? You're all right. You're all right. It's not the end of the world. April 5th will be a new season. You can voucher something else. And even though you might have just wasted a voucher, lots of items need flux now. So let's move back on with the Homebase report. So items available in the shop for gold can be researched with vouchers. As I showed, shop only weapons now need vouchers, or now still need vouchers, sorry. Items acquired from quests can be researched for vouchers if they're only available at mythic rarity. So right now, not Paleo, how do we say her? Maybe I'll use her as an example, but Stoneheart Farah is currently available. Do not research her. Are you kidding me? She's available right now, but if you were getting her out of season, she still needs a voucher as she is a quest hero. Lately, in recent videos, I just cannot get Paleo Luna's name out of my mouth, so I'll just use her as an example. If we go to the historic heroes and go hunt her down, she is a quest hero, so she requires a voucher. As there is no purple or blue rarity for her, that is still the case. I don't believe there are any characters in here that wouldn't require a voucher, because every dino is, of course, a quest one. So, items acquired from quests can be researched for vouchers. There you go. So, founders/starter pack items, birthday heroes, and mythic weapons should not be unlockable in any other way than their events. Birthday heroes don't come back around. They are legacy and gone forever. Same with founder packs and starter packs. Assuming founders and starter packs don't come back around, that should be a thing. And for those of you who stuck around to the video, or read the title or thumbnail, we have a leaked starter pack incoming. We'll be talking about that at the end of the video, of course. I should have teased that earlier, but there's a lot of exciting information. I'm only a human. So in addition to the research and recruitment changes, we've also done a review to ensure source descriptions are up to date. Now, I don't have any specific examples for that, but I have poked around in the collection book and noticed that some things were just wrong. Like there were items that were available in llamas, but it had been a shop item for a long time. A lot of that should be updated, and they made some organization/naming fixes. The one that comes to mind, you guys can comment down below if there are any funny examples, is the last word was a rat rod weapon forever. Now it's a steampunk weapon. I still don't feel like the last word is steampunky, but maybe it is. It came out in kind of like I'm just thinking of a 6-shooter pistol. In my mind, it's like a Wild West item, which is funny because there used to be Wild West items and steampunk llamas. Now it's all steampunk, but if you go to the event people section, we have Wild West heroes, but we don't have Wild West weapon. Anyway, they put the last word, and then, okay, Wild West weapons used to be a thing, but now they're pirate weapons. That's what I'm thinking. But the last word's not really a pirate weapon. Yeah, so I could understand why that was a weird example, but yeah, it is now appropriately categorized. Quickly, I'm just going to gloss over this. Anti-Cuddle Sarah is available, so she gives you energy for melee kills. Pretty good if you're using an energy melee loadout. If you're spinning around with your scythe, or if you're using, I don't know, a melee that uses energy. Ear Splitter, that's the other one I'm thinking about. Dashing Hawk is also pretty kind of good. I used to use him all the time because he can stun smashers, but then I took him out of my loadout and did not experience a difference. So I might be switching sides on being a Dashing Hawk hater now, but I don't know. It's all right. Love Songbow, super not useful. If I'm wrong and you want to prove me otherwise, go for it. I'm open to, I'm an information sponge, but I don't know. All right. Bug fixes, then we'll get on to that leak. Number of bug fixes. So, fixed a bug that caused the third rail to sometimes fire blanks. That bug is why my third rail video never happened. I have 19 minutes and 30-something seconds of recorded footage that is just not publicly available because it was not working a significant amount of the time. And I told Freight, and I will always assume that Epic just knows about bugs instantly, but I don't think they did. I'm going to take personal credit. I'm giving myself a little reward, a third rail trophy in my brain for giving this information Epic and helping Freight out, because I sent him some source footage that I had compiled. And yeah. There you go. So it should be fixed, but I think it was Musician in our Discord was mentioning that it was still bugged for him. So, you know, let me know if you guys encountered this issue. And if you're on PC, send your log files. That is very, very useful. So, yeah. Fixed following issues not on Foothills biome. Floating storm chest. I never saw this one, but okay. And additional train fixes. I love that. I know that it might be hard to categorize that in a Homebase report, but additional train fixes. So it should be less buggy now. I don't know. And they made improvements to reduce hitching and save the world. This is what I said I was talking about earlier in the video. It's an ongoing process. Performance issues are not gone, but hitching should happen less on PS4 and consoles. Epic is still transparently unaware of what is causing these performance issues. They are trying to fix it. Bug fixing, a lot of people don't realize, isn't like a time-based process. It's not like you can just wait an hour and then the bug is fixed. This is a real human solving an actual puzzle. They don't want the game to be laggy any more than we do. It annoys them probably more because I'm sure they can tell the declining player base of people who literally cannot play the game. They're working on it. They are working on it, and I just encourage patience. So, let's talk about that starter pack. I got some files that Archer grabbed here. We got some images. There's going to be a Kevin backbling. There's going to be a pickaxe with the metal detector, I think, is what that looks like to me. And then Ned himself should be the starter pack hero coming out soon. I know I waited until the very end just to share this, but, like, there's not much more to know. It's pretty cool. I'm actually personally glad about this, because let's head over to the BR shop and talk about this real quick. I, as a YouTuber, can tell how many people are playing the game more than most people. I don't have player numbers or anything that you don't have, but I have a successful enough YouTube channel to where I can see when view counts change. Now, I know I haven't updated regularly in a while, but the numbers were falling slightly for a while anyway. Because of this right now, what you're experiencing is what a player has to do to get Save the World. Obviously, I'm dramatizing this. You can click faster, but if you don't know Save the World exists, that is currently how many clicks have to happen. The shop grows and shrinks constantly, but you'd have to go all the way to the bottom of the shop, all the way to the right, and then you'd have to be interested enough in this pack to give them $16 just to get Save the World. So I'm not convinced, or so I'm not surprised that our player numbers have been a little bad for a while, because they've essentially buried the starter pack that gives us Save the World. So a new starter pack coming back around, and hopefully that starter pack being, you know, advertised in Battle Royale should bring in a very overdue wave of new players, because, you know, the life cycle of a Save the World player varies tremendously. The game is a rough start. It is a slow beginning. I believe with weapon variety and hero variety, if you have fun with the game, you can get a good year out of this game. And if you care about your collection book, 2 years as the events roll back around. But new players are typically gone in the first, I don't know, this is just a guess, 2 to 3 months maybe. A lot of people stick around, but plenty of people don't. And it's actually been a while since this pack came out. I don't remember when it did. I'm just going to use myself as a search engine here. If I do realized, I covered this pack, yeah, 2 months ago when it came out. So that's kind of a while ago. December 5th. We're actually kind of closer to 3 months. No, 2 months is accurate. 2 months and about 9 days there. So yeah. Happy to see a new pack. Hopefully that'll bring some new players in, and considering that my voucher and flux videos are a little in need of a refresh here, maybe I'll get back to making videos. I don't know. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cool stuff. I'm gonna just glance over. Archer always pings me with like a recap. Black Metal 6 perks triggering on animals now. I didn't think that was that interesting. defender cooldowns. I don't know. There are some like unlisted bug fixes there that aren't confirmed yet, so I kind of left that out of the video. But all in all, pretty cool update. See you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, take it easy.